Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 7 of our Sengoku Dynasty Let's Play. Our goal today is to try to get ourselves some more villagers to get that iron project finished, and see what we can scare up in the other villages for quests. So, we're going to go ahead and pop in. If you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, here we go. Alrighty. So, it is nighttime, but we should be okay. We just need to watch out for boars. How's our inventory doing? Let's put these logs away, just in case. What does it take to make a bell? Village structures. Bell tower. Okay, so it's not going to tell us right off. Does it tell us in the structures? No. Well, let's put these logs away. And we will take our bell with us. Because I think I've decided for our first bell that we are going to put it by that project. As I think that's going to be the best spot to get the most out of it. Now, whether or not that's true remains to be seen, but it can't hurt to try, right? Now, if I recall correctly, we did encounter somebody over in this area that could potentially join our village. There was at least a little stopover, but I also want to visit Iwasaki and see if there are any quests in that area. I don't know. So far, it's been pretty good about leading us around by the nose to the quests. So I'm a little concerned that we haven't really had that happen lately. Reaching Dynasty level 14 is going to be rough without some more guidance, so to speak. But we will do what we must, as we always do. And I'm hoping that getting more people, because I'm pretty sure that getting that last person in our village is what bumped us from 8 to 9. So I'm hoping that getting more people is going to get us more Dynasty level. And I mean, so I did have to cut out a portion of our previous stream on episode 6. Apparently my mic was picking up very, very muted music from across the street. I'm assuming that's where it was coming from because there was a copyright ping on it for some rap music, and that is not a type of music that I generally listen to. So I don't know where it came from, but I didn't notice it when I was cutting, but I don't know, maybe YouTube picked it up and it was just super faint. But I know the gentleman across the street sometimes when he is working on his bike likes to blast music, so I'm wondering if it didn't just pick up some of that. But I did have to cut out a portion of our last stream. And it's funny because it made me cut out a huge chunk on the stream, but the cut version let me leave parts of what I had to cut from the stream in. So I don't really know what was going on. We didn't really miss much other than multiple deaths to boars and falling off of stuff. Well, it said that it wasn't a strike, because remember, I'm not monetized. I'm way too small to be monetized. So it just said that it was a warning and that if I corrected it, it would go away. So that's what I did. I don't think strikes necessarily apply to me because I'm not making money. So, at least not yet. We're still quite a ways away from that. But it did specifically say in the post that this is not a strike, so I'm not too worried about it, but it did yell at me, so I figured we would fix it. Even if it's just YouTube being dumb, it's best to keep them happy so that we can keep going. And I did read that in their roadmap that breeding is not yet a thing for villagers. So it hasn't been implemented yet. So babies aren't going to be a problem just yet. I'm hoping that they haven't added death to age either, because if we can't have babies and they still die of old age, that's going to put us in a sore spot later. And the only thing that we're really using money for at this point is deaths. And I did notice when I was cutting that the amount of money that we lost was 250 gold, and the amount of money that we had was 2,500 gold. So right now I'm working under the assumption that a death costs you 10% of your money. That may or may not be accurate. It might be a static 250. We haven't done it enough to really be sure exactly how it works, but right now I'm working under the assumption that it is... Yeah, right now I'm working under the assumption that it is actually 10%. So I'm hoping that we can get steel that way. I did try to see if anybody has figured out how to raise dynasty level, and there doesn't really seem to be much information on it at the moment, which isn't surprising. The game's only been out a week. Well, less than a week. Tomorrow's a week. So, I mean, that's not super surprising. We're going to be part of the group that figures it out, so... Let's stop there, because I don't know how much inventory I have left. Yeah, I would have run out of inventory. Okay, so we still need 11 of them. I don't know that we have enough materials to make... Oh, we do! Exactly 11! Wow, that worked out! That is exciting. So not only did we get all of his money, but we got the 2 pickaxes for free, quote-unquote. It did cost us materials, but... Yes! Let's eat an egg to keep our... So it looks like your stamina regens faster the more full your food bar is. So that's why I've been trying to keep it as full as possible. At half, it does really noticeably slow down your stamina regen. And since I like to sprint everywhere, even though I really should know better by now, that's something that we want to maintain. I'm a little worried, though, that if they don't have the kids implemented yet, that the skill tree's not finished. I was hoping that we would unlock more of the skill tree later through questing and dynasty levels, but it's probably not going to happen that way. We've probably already essentially maxed most of our skills. The only one that's really left is hunting, which shouldn't be a big surprise because in Medieval Dynasty that was also the only skill that we didn't max. So, here he is. This is the gentleman I was talking about. Talk. Nope. I was hoping we'd be able to recruit him. Okay, so we still have a ways to go for the perks, it looks like. Stesso's saying on the roadmap they're not implemented yet. That's depressing. It's a person! That's the symbol! We just got ourselves another person, which means we can pull Akko off and actually on season change finish what we were after. Yes. Yes! That is exciting. So the wandering helped. Assign worker. Oh, he's not actually a worker yet? Let's, population. Let's give him a home first. Because we do have a home for him. We made one first. In Shoreville. The empty house. Yep. Okay. Oh, and it looks like he's a smith of some sort, so that's interesting. Let's assign him a job. And we will assign him a job... Oh, no, it's not going to let us do it that way. We're going to have to do it the other way. Yeah, I know, I'm excited too, Stesso. That's excellent. That's him. Okay. Okay, so now there's only one slot left, so let's go ahead and pull Akko off of wood, just to get this done. So that's all of the slots for this full now. I don't know. I know we can move buildings, but I don't know if we're going to be allowed to move the bells or not. So I'm a little worried about that. As far as if we place this here and turns out we don't have to revisit frequently, then it's going to be kind of pointless. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really wish we could steal their cookpot, because we still can't build cookpots either. I'm betting that the cookpots have to be steel. I'm betting that that's why we can't build them yet. There's a rabbit. Alright, we can't follow the road because it swings back around towards the village. We're going to want to go this way. Follow the river. There's one. Oh, that's that big bridge that we found. Yeah. We'll have to get that built at some point too. I'm assuming that these projects are also going to contribute to our dynasty level. I would be very surprised if they don't. Now, we did have problems placing the building that allowed us to do the project, so I'm thinking that we might want to go a little bit over the river for some flatter land to actually build the village. Oh, it's over there. But yeah, I'm thinking we might want to build the village over here. Although it didn't really look very flat over here either, does it? Well, down here it's not so bad. Down here it's pretty stable. Yeah! Yeah, I think this might be the way to do it. This area for the village instead of over there. Because it kept barking at us about the area not being flat enough for a village over there. Of course, we could always build the bell like right here on the shore and hopefully reach across to both sides. That would be kind of cool. So we could get some building done on over in this area. Well, it's more flat out here. It's just too far away from the project for us to place the building, I think. That might have been part of it. But it didn't want to let us build anywhere through here. Yeah, it's got all 5 people. It should go up. Let's clear out these stumps that I missed. And see if we can't use this area. I am going to try to build it near the shore, though. Just so that we can possibly utilize both sides. So let's go to village structures, bell. We're going to put it like right here. Yeah. Okay. And then where's that log that we left behind? We've got our iron adze, so we'll get pretty good logs out of it. Or planks, rather. Oh no, it only gave us 3 that time. Okay, well, we need 3 more. But we do have extra logs, so that's not a huge deal. Alright, so that should allow us to finish this bell. Yeah! Okay, we can move this. We can move this. Excellent. So, we need to rename this village. What do we want to name our second village? Riverton? Does that sound fun? I know, we have we have 2 now, Japanese villages, and both of them are named after very European names. So we could try to build this up some and see if that doesn't increase our dynasty level. Placing that did not. Alright, how do we fast travel with the bells? That's something that we should experiment with. Okay, that's a season change. Can we... I don't know how to... I don't know how to fast travel. Oh, there's the infant, child, and elder stuff. 1 day remaining until season change possible. But I don't want to change the season. I want to fast travel, which was supposed to be a thing between the bells. I will, I'll have to look that up. Because I don't actually know how to get it to work. So we now have every skill that is currently available in the early access game. So we buy and sell things at the same rate because we have the sell for 15% more and buy for 10% less, which apparently evens it out. As every time that we've encountered a vendor, we can buy and sell things for the same rate, so that's good. And we've got additional stamina when using weapons, additional melee damage, more fur, meat, and fat from harvesting. I would love to grab those eggs, but we don't have the inventory space for them. More fur, meat, and whatnot from harvesting. Well, here, we could just look at them. So yeah, prices, 5% for prices and 10%, so 15% total, which gives us an even buy and sell rate. And then we've got our initial relationships are now neutral instead of suspicious. We craft stuff 15% faster. We cut down trees with 1 fewer swing, and we use 20% less stamina with our tools. We get more fur from skinning animals, and fat, I believe. Weapon stamina cost is 15% reduced. Melee damage 10% more. There's where the fat is. And then our monk, this doesn't really seem to do much so far. And we have found several shrines that won't let us interact yet. And the places of power are still locked. So we have everything unlocked that we possibly can at this point as far as skills go. And you can tell that we craft a lot. Because if we look at our craftsman's tree, we have 6 extra skill points for when they add to the skill trees. So that's exciting. Alright. And I did not make the torches to sell to him, because of course I didn't. Why would I plan ahead? That's just silly. Alright, so that should break him. Yep, he's got 4 left, so let's sell 2 bark. Now he's broke. And we are at 3,300. That's actually a really good place to be. Especially seeing as we're not really spending money on much. Alright, so let's go hit up this mine. 3? No, 4. Yeah. You can tell we've already cleaned out most of the front of it. There's a bunch of iron in here. Why are we not seeing that these are iron? So why... What the hell? It looks like they respawned after the season change, but they didn't respawn. They're not actually here. But the ones back here are the ones that we didn't actually harvest. Oh, maybe not. These ones are actually here. Okay, that's bizarre. So noted. But let's take our steel and get rid of this large stone. And we're not going to use our steel to harvest iron because we don't have a way to replace this guy because we bought the 2 that we have. So we're going to go easy on those. But let's take a look at what we got in here. We got some mediums. There's a couple of smalls. That's good. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. This is ridiculous. Look at all this iron. This is way more than the other mine. Okay. So that's a thing. And I think we already cleaned these 3 out. Now they're all at the same house. That's a hell of a bug. Oh, we didn't clean these 3 out already. I thought we did. I'm pretty sure we did. I guess just go with it. More money. He can't. Oh, he only has 12. Oh my god. Could you guys not stack on each other? That makes it really hard to sell you stuff. Okay, so at least there's that. We got some extra money off of them. So I'm thinking we don't have any of the second tier houses up yet. But it does only say, and here's the part that I'm struggling with, is it says this is a home for one person. This is a home for a family. This is a home for one person. So I'm worried that we will build the standard house, which is bigger, and we're still going to have the same issue of not being able to get the males and the females to shack up together. Now we know that breeding isn't in the game yet, so we're not going to have little ones. But I would really, really like to be able to fit more than one person per house. It's going to let us pull some more people in. So I know we have more sticks in storage, but there was some right there. And we really don't need that many to get the rest of the way around here. Hey, Spartan Momentum. How can we get more villagers? So to get more villagers, you have to progress to a certain point in the quest when you talk to the abbot up here. So it'll send you to Iwasaki to unlock iron. It'll send you to Segi to unlock woodworking. And then it will send you over here to talk to the abbot to get actual permission to build in the valley. That's also where you get your second bell for your second village. But once you've gotten permission from him, there are random sites. The guy over here didn't work out, but we found one down here and we found one over here that we were able to recruit for our village. But until then, the only ones that you can get are Akko from the beginning, and then the dude's sister from the beginning. So you kind of are quest locked on progress for a lot of stuff in this game. So it's important to make sure that you keep up on your quests as best as you can. We have one quest that we're ignoring currently because it requires us to build a bridge. This one. And it's where that wand that I had came from. So this would allow us to build a bridge and probably get us a dynasty level, but it's an end of the season project. And right now, the end of the season project that we have going is down here by what I named Riverton. And that one is an iron processing plant, so I'm hoping it will allow us to automate some iron gathering. And to me, that is more important than dynasty level at the moment, because the iron still has not respawned properly, and I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if that's implemented. So we skipped over that part, but questing otherwise, we've done everything that we've come up against so far, and that's every time that we've completed some kind of a quest, it has given us some kind of an unlock as far as learning ironsmithing, learning the tailor, the woodworking, and then eventually getting the second bell and allowing us to recruit more villagers. And we're still pretty small. I think we only have 5 villagers total. So it's not like we found a bunch. Now, they're really easy to tell when you find them in the wild, though. There are some people that are just there to talk to. But the ones that can become villagers, that little symbol right there in the center of my cursor that denotes a villager, the refugees also have that symbol over their head. So if you see that symbol, you know that person can be recruited. You do have to have a bed for them, though, or they get super angry super fast. Which is part of the reason that we're building this house. We're going to need another bed because all of our beds are currently full. But supposedly, the bigger houses allow more people. And I'm curious because this one says that it still only houses one person like the other one does. But I feel like that's probably not accurate. You're very welcome. I don't think you can buy slaves. There's some talk of slavery over in the other village over here. But I don't... It was never an option with anybody that we talked to purchase slaves. And honestly, I mean, the villagers, when you assign them to jobs, they do the job, so a slave would be kind of pointless. All that the villagers ask, they don't require money or anything. All that they ask is food, shelter, and warmth, which you would have to provide slaves anyway for them to continue to be useful. So I don't see how that would really be a thing. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I haven't seen it so far in the game. Okay, so there's the mandatory bed, which finishes the house. So let's see if it will let us build another bed. It will! So it says one person in the description, but you can actually get 2 in the medium house, just as a heads up. Yeah, I screwed up one of the earlier seasons. I didn't have the initial bridge set up before the first season changed because I was too busy trying to get my village off the ground. So, we're a little bit behind that way, but that's okay. This game's way more laid back than Medieval, so I'm not super worried about it. So we have 2 males and 2 females? Sweet. So let's move Akko into the new house and see if we can't put one of the males in there with her. We can! Excellent! So now we can fit more people. So we have 2 available beds for people to join the village now. And as we build those more, the medium houses, we can get more. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into buildings and houses and that. And we'll go point perfectly east to keep them lined up. And we will get these walls lined up as perfectly as we can. I want them to essentially overlap. There we go. And we'll just crab walk. Nope. Okay, so that is one thing that Medieval Dynasty had over this, is shifting your view forward and back did not change the placement of the house in relation to you. And that is a problem with trying to keep this stuff straight. Uh-oh. Is it not gonna... Well, that's close enough. It doesn't look awful. We'll go with it. The other problem with your cracked version there, Spartan, is I don't know if the multiplayer will work for you or not. Because I believe it goes through their servers. I'm not sure. It might be peer-to-peer, but I think it goes through theirs. But I do know that they're not a big agency, and if you are enjoying the game, you should probably buy it. It's probably for... I don't know. I feel like we should pay for it if we're going to play it regularly. And then you don't have to worry about it. You get all the updates, you get all the... You don't have to worry about anything functioning or not functioning. It looks like none of the new beds are unlocked still, though, I noticed. When we were looking at bedding to put that second bed down, it looked like all of them still had the blue lock symbol on them, which is a little disappointing. I'm not a huge fan of the unlocking stuff through quests. Like, the iron and whatnot kind of makes sense the way that they had it set up, but I kind of miss Medieval Dynasty's version of unlocking through tech points. Just by doing the thing, you get better at it and can unlock better versions of it. Because I feel like I'm restricted by quests and or unknown variables to unlock things, and I have no idea what I need to do to unlock them. Whereas with the tech points, you know exactly what you have to do to unlock them. Might be a bit of a grind, but you know how to do it. Yeah, I really, really wish that we could sort, because we could bring all those logs up here where we wouldn't have to scroll for them anymore. What? Oh, I forgot to actually make the straw. Genius. Absolute genius right there. Okay, so 10 of these are going to go for a second bedroll for that other house, and then the other 3 should go for our hammer. Boop. Right. because it only drops in if you already have it when you break yours. It does not break. It doesn't drop into your hand like it did in medieval if you craft one on an empty hand. There we go. Now we can change the season. So let's see if we get a cutscene for building that. What's it? No cutscene. Did it build it? Dynasty. Jobs. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. I think when we moved the people, it undid their jobs. That's only 10 minutes ago. Let's main menu out and go to that save. I think when I put them in the new house, that it undid their job on us. Okay, so that put us a little bit back, having to reload our game. We have to completely rebuild a house. Fantastic. That's frustrating, but... Well, let's see, because we moved Akko and them into this other house already, right? So if we look at our population, these two are living together, yes? Yeah! See, when I moved their house, it actually made them unemployed. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're not even... What's going on here? Population, Akko, sleeping mat, Shoreville. Okay, so there's our standard house. It completely shifted the order. But yeah, when we put them in the standard houses, it removed their jobs. So when I passed the season, it actually did not do what we wanted it to do. So that one was an oopsie. Correct. I've used myself for all of the projects that we've done so far. So we've done 2 bridges, and we are now working on one that required 5 people, which is why I went on the huge recruitment drive earlier, trying to find people. I really want to be able to make other beds. Wonder if I put them side by side if they'll still use them. Did that right. So now we need to put their jobs back, because that removed them from jobs. Okay, which 2 are already working? Akko and Fuge. So we need Sayuri and Mata. There we go. So there's 5 people. So now, when we change the season, that should actually be finished. I'm going to go ahead and save the game now, though, so that if it botches, we don't have to rebuild the house yet again. Please finish the project. Please. Well, we didn't get a cutscene. So it really is going to take a couple of seasons to go. Because they're all still there. Alright, well... We've got... How many houses that are empty? 1, 2, 3, 4 houses that are empty. So we can go on a more of a recruitment run and see if we can't find some more people. I think that's going to be the best use of our time for this. I would really like a sort. I might put that in a recommendations on their Discord, that we need a sort function for our inventory. Have a good night, man. Okay, so there is leather required to make the armor. But not much. There is leather to make the elite clothes. Okay, so there is some stuff that requires leather, just not very much. What about shoes? I really want these. And they're locked, and it upsets me because they look like boots. And that's the only thing that my character's look is missing is boots. But the only pair of shoes we can make are these, which I believe are what we're already wearing. Yeah. So that's disappointing. I'm hoping that that's something that unlocks soon. I'm wondering where the medicine production comes in. I'm betting that it's going to be in the brewery or in a building that they just haven't included yet. But I also want to get into the farming. This down here. Oh, we can do fishing racks. Allow fishermen to dry and repair their nets. Haystacks. Compost workstation can't use yet. And drying racks. So that's all farming stuff it says, but none of the... Oh, really? We can dry grass to get straw this way. I wonder if it's more efficient. We should build one of these and see if it's more efficient than a 2-to-1 for straw from grass. Let's do that. Let's see what that does. Honestly, my biggest worry with this is that it's going to also be looks like the like that arrow rack just was. But we'll see what happens. It did say that it could dry our grass into straw for us, so we'll see. Yeah, it's not letting me hold down the click anymore. I don't like this. Okay. Oh, no, we can add grass. Up to 100 at a time. Okay. Well, that is happy. So let's put that away and we can grab one of our 100 stacks. Okay, that's going to take a while, so we're going to go off and do other stuff while it does its thing. Does it do 1 at a time? No, it does 10 at a time. Okay. And it's a 1-to-1, so it is more efficient. Instead of a 2-to-1 grass to straw, it is actually a 1-to-1. So these are definitely worth having. Yes, you have to wait for them, but that's okay. Need to put away. And let's go see... Wait, what time is it? Oh, well, I was going to go see what we could scare up for finding more villagers, but it is about that time of the night, guys. So, I think, yeah, we're in a good spot. We've got our grass that's turning into straw for us without us having to do anything special. That's nice. That's going to save us so much crafting time, as long as we remember to keep that thing full. And then we've got our bark, or our fur going into leather there. And then we've got our well over here for water. Hopefully we can get some more villagers to work for us to do these. But that is because the season did change, so I'm assuming that there's going to be more people available now. But for the current time being, I am going to set us up for another round of grass. Because that other one looks like it's almost done already, because it goes in tens. So yeah, that 200 grass that was just sitting in there because I didn't want to make you guys suffer through the crafting of it. No, we don't have to. We can just let this do its thing. And instead of that 200 grass making 100 straw, we just got 100 straw out of it. That is excellent, and we will probably be building another one of those at the point that we unlock commas. So I'm assuming that commas is going to let us harvest more grass than we currently can in a go. I'm not sure on that. That's an assumption. But this does say that we can use commas by hand or with a comma. And so far, everything that's allowed us to use tools has given us more when we used a better quality tool. So I'm assuming that a comma would be a better quality tool for harvesting grass than a hand. I could be wrong, though. Maybe it's faster. Maybe we won't have to hold down the harvest button. Maybe that's the difference. We'll see what happens when we unlock it. I have hopes for it, though. I really do. But so let's see what new recipes this opens up. Sunken Hearth. Okay, so there's tea. It's locked, but there's tea. And it allows us to make medicine, so that's excellent. Anesthetic is still locked, so is poison concoction, so is burn ointment. We can, however, make our own healing balm. That's going to be useful. The cooling drink and the energy drink are locked. A lot of this is still locked. Sickness medicine. And malaria medicine. So healing balm is water, chrysanthemum, stone jug. So I'm assuming that's part of the thing that's locked where we need, what's it for it? Let's see, so that still requires a stone. That's just gobo. Meat, cooked rice. Rice and boiled water. So see, I would hope that we could farm rice. Raw fish and water. Raw fish, cooked rice, and koji mold. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well let's cook this and put it back in storage for food for them. I think the meat's probably good enough. But at least there's some more recipes for us. None of them are using the berries still, but it is what it is. This is not food storage. Let's just use the one in here. There we go. And we did grab another 100 grass, so let's see if we can get our 100 straw out of here. Yes, we can. Okay, this is going to make life so much easier. I really wish I had looked into that sooner. But live and learn, right? We know about it now, that's the important bit. Wrong storage type, because of course it is. Alright. But on that note, it is about that time of night, guys, so we are going to go ahead and close down the stream. If you learned anything useful or had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will catch you next time.